This is Dennis Sytsma, and today is March 9th, 2019. March 9th, 2019, and the location that I'm shooting from today is the Hillsboro Lighthouse in Pompano Beach, Florida. And man, I had a time finding this place. I don't think I've been here since I was a child in 1963. The Hillsboro Beach Lighthouse Historical Society is having an event today. And my name is Dennis Sytsma. I live in Homestead, Florida in the Redland agricultural area. I'm a tropical fruit grower. I grow avocados and mangoes. And I'm retired electronics technician. I worked for the federal government for 42 years at Miami International Airport. But today I'm trying to capture some of the beautiful scenery here at the Hillsboro Beach Lighthouse. And they said there's a boat ride from here over to the lighthouse. And I had quite a bit of trouble coming here. I got off I-95 first on the south side of Pompano Airport, and I used to work at Pompano Airport, and I couldn't find my way out here. I had two GPSs, and they were both telling me to go in circles, round and round. I went like 20 miles before I discovered I had to get on 14th Street in Pompano Beach to get over the intercoastal on 14th Street. And you know, I first tried on the south side of the airport, and it took me around to the north side of the airport, and I took Copans Road back to US 1 and then back down till I realized I'd already been there. And I don't know what the problem was with the GPSs. I finally had to resort to looking at a map to figure out how to get here. But anyway, it's really a beautiful venue here, beautiful place. As a child, I lived in Chicago, and my parents used to come down to Fort Lauderdale on vacation quite a lot. And my grandmother had a house in Briny Breezes, which is near Lake, what's the name of the lake there? Lake Worth. Anyway, my dad used to take me to the fishing fleet across the street here. And there was a boat they used to keep here called the Helen S. And I remember going out on that boat as a child in 1963 and catching a grouper. And I couldn't bring the fish back to Chicago because we ate it. Grouper's a delicious fish. And the kids in Chicago told me I was a liar. There was no fish called grouper. And so, I don't know, I guess I'm the only kid from Chicago that went to Florida for vacation. And I lived in a little town called East Hazelcrest, which was at the end of the rail line for the L. And there was a big railroad yard there. And I didn't realize how dangerous the south side of Chicago was until I was an adult. And by the time I was an adult, my family had moved to Homestead. My dad was a telecommunications guy, electronics guy, and he worked in the Loop, downtown Chicago, in the big central office. And they had a little central office in Homestead, but the central office in Homestead in the late 60s was full of trouble that nobody seemed to be able to fix. But my dad had a genius about him. He could repair just about anything in a central office. He had a gift. And that's why he was offered the position in Homestead. And this is beautiful here this morning. Got really nice weather. We had some clouds earlier, but it's a great day for the event, I think. And I had to pay for parking at the pay meter here. I had to read the directions and then leave the ticket on my dashboard. And that's pretty common these days at beaches in Florida. Just about all of them you can pay for parking. And if you're lucky, there's a parking garage. It's like that in Fort Lauderdale now. And we're into spring break. Everybody's enjoying their motorcycles today. But once I got as far east as I could go, I had to go north, take a left from 14th Street, and that brought me this far. And across the street is the Hillsboro Inlet fishing fleet. Across the street there, drift fishing, which is what I used to do when I was a child here. Go out on the boat, the head boat they call it. They have a lot of tourists, and they bait your hook, and they do just about do everything for you. A bunch of young men there. I guess they're spring breakers. Very expensive car. All these young people with money. It's wonderful. I love seeing people have a good time. It's really beautiful here today. From my memory, the fishing fleet was on this side back in 1963, not on the, it was on the east side facing the ocean, not on the west side. But I guess they made this park. And anyway, please like and subscribe and share. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and producers of YouTube videos don't get paid until they have so many subscribers and so many hits, so many likes and so many, you know, and it's really harder to get subscribers. I think I've got 33 subscribers so far, and I need like 10,000. So please subscribe. And if you don't like my video content as I travel around the state and do these event videos, please don't worry about it. You can unsubscribe at any time. And please leave comments if you think of ways I can improve what I'm doing. And I'm sorry for the shaky camera work. I'm using a tripod today. And I don't know why it was so hard for me to get to the beach. I just haven't been here ever. I remember it quite vividly when I was here as a child, and I knew it was beautiful, and it is, still is. Yeah, it's a long way from Homestead, but I like to get off the farm sometimes and go to the beach and hang out and then get back to the farm. And everybody's enjoying their boats, their motorcycles. The weather's phenomenally good right now for March. Everybody's freezing up cold up north, and got terrible tornadoes. Killed a lot of people last week, and they're expecting more weather, bad weather this week in the states that have a lot of tornadoes. The year is 2019, and I didn't put it on the screen this time because, quite frankly, there's so much light here I can't even see the screen. But it's Saturday, March 9th, and I'm here for the event for the Hillsboro Historical Museum, and I'm probably going to join a membership. And let me put in a plug here for the good people here. Got a piece of paper with the phone number on it. It's always good to call and ask for directions and ask for hours and about events by calling the Hillsboro Lighthouse Preservation Society. The telephone number is 954-942-2102. So let me emphasize that again. The telephone number is 954-942-2102. It's the Hillsboro Lighthouse Preservation Society, P.O. Box 326. That's P.O. Box 326, 125 North Riverside Drive, 125 North Riverside Drive, Pompano Beach, Florida, 33062. And I plan to take some photographs here today as well of the lighthouse, because I have some artist friends that want to paint from my photographs, so I'll do that now. I'll stop the video. I can find the button, and all this, can't even see. Wow. Yeah, I see the red dot now. I've been recording. Hillsboro Inlet fishing fleet, deep sea charter, drift fishing, morning, noon and night, affordable half-day trips, scuba and snorkel trips, public welcome. Okay, well, the fishing I can do from here, they said, but the snorkeling and scuba diving trips, I gotta go down to the Sands Hotel up the street, which is where I'm going next. And man, I'd love to get my boat up here one day, just cruise around. Looks like fun. My boat's not as glorious as those boats, but as long as it makes power and makes way, and it does that quite nicely. Okay, and I don't see any that you got to pay for parking here, but man, this is parking's at a premium here. You might do better to go across the street. You might do better to go across the street and park there and pay for it if this place is full. It looks like they keep this lot pretty busy. Okay, if you want to go on a big charter boat, you can call Pompano Beach, Florida, Hillsboro Inlet Fishing Center at www.highfishingcenter.com. 954-943-8222. And the cool thing about fishing in Florida is you never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. You could go offshore and get a nice sailfish, like is shown here on the Rebound, family owned, Captain Stan, or get a nice big mahi-mahi, 45, 50 pound mahi, maybe something smaller like a 30 pound, or good eating fish mahi-mahi, or a grouper. There's just so many things you can do on these fishing boats. You just don't know what you're gonna get. And it looks like this boat's getting ready to depart for an afternoon of fishing. No big deal, Palm Beach, Florida. Predator, Pompano Beach. Predator sport fishing, half day, 3/4 day, full day, Bahamas trips. Captain Norm Truman, 954-461-0082. And next to it is the Happy Snapper, Pompano Beach, 954-298-3474. The last 4 digits are fish. Still trying to find the Sands Harbor Hotel, Resort, and Marina. So I'm at the end of Atlantic Boulevard here in Pompano Beach, and I found a beach venue here. Very nice. Very busy today. Very busy. Cannot find a parking spot. Despite best efforts, can't find one. So they have overflow parking here, so that helps. And what I did was I found just a little tiny place where I could park. And while I was there, 3 or 4 spots opened up just while I was looking and waiting. So this is Atlantic Boulevard. Atlantic Boulevard, and I'm trying to find my way back to where I'm going. Briny Irish Pub, and I have a parking pay meter. My ticket's still good down the street, so it should be good here. You got a place called the Beach Grill, and this is A1A and Atlantic Boulevard. And I got it dialed into the GPS in my ear for where I'm going. And I'm going to Sands Harbor, where I can join the Historic Society and hopefully get to the venue of the lighthouse, which is what I came here for. But it's 12 o'clock already, 12 noon. And some people have been to the beach and they're leaving now, and other people are just coming. So that's it for the moment. And you can get here from I-95 the quickest way, I think. I-95 exited Atlantic Boulevard here in Broward County, Florida, to get to Pompano Beach. And to I'm going to Riverside Drive, which is why I was confused, because this is A1A. And A1A and Atlantic Boulevard. Okay, I finally found the hotel where the event is, and there's a municipal lot here. But if you join the Historical Society, they'll take you on the boat trip to the lighthouse. And the place, the Rusty Hook, is right next to it. And I hope there's some place I can get a beer or a Coke or a water. And it's Sands Harbor. And man, this place is parked up. There was no place to park here. They were down to the very last one today, I guess because of the event. And that's where you pay for the parking. It's right next to Rusty Hook. And man, that's a big place actually. It's Sands Harbor Resort and Marina. It's right on the Intercoastal. So I finally made it to the resort, and this is the Hillsboro Lighthouse Preservation Society event, and they'll be taking us by boat to the lighthouse. Beautiful homes in this area, and the people at the resort made me feel very welcome. even if there was an event, they said they don't mind people coming to eat, drink, and be merry by the water.
I hate to do this to you, but we're trying to set up all these tables. This is a private event.
Yeah, I'm leaving now.
No worries.
Well, I just wanted to do 30 seconds, okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right, I left the house at 8 a.m. this morning in Homestead, and I'm trying to catch the last boat at 2 because I got lost. But if you get off I-95 and go towards the sea on East Atlantic Boulevard and take a left, which would be north on this road that this resort's on, come right here. And a real nice place. Very happy to be here, as are a lot of people. But they're setting up for an event, so I got to skedaddle out of their space. But I want to do one quick pan. For my YouTube.
Oh, we moved it. We moved it, huh? Yes. Here, let me try to put it aside.
And the event I'm here for is the Hillsboro Lighthouse Preservation Society. And they take you to the lighthouse by boat. Going to be doing that next. Boy, this is a busy place. Seems like everywhere I set up the camera and try to talk for a minute or two, I'm in somebody's way. So, trying not to be in anybody's way. Just about everybody's been friendly to me here, with maybe rare exception. And you see the bridge open on Atlantic Boulevard there. Okay, I cannot believe the turnout for this event is massive. And these are the people getting off, and there's new people lined up to get on. This is going to be the last boat for today. So I'm glad I got on this boat trip. I almost didn't make this because I wanted to put more money on the meter.
Yeah, no, you're lucky.
And then the meter was broke.
This is your...
So by the time I got back here, it was almost time for the last boat.
No, we're lifetime members now, and we get free. They don't want any more tables underneath there. I mean, let's start working our way forward.
So we got Frank here, the guy in the dark hair. He's setting up this next event.
Everything's, they're going to want tables and chairs set up down here.
And lighthouse people are trying to get out of the way because this is going to be a bigger event apparently, associated with the resort. And
I can only take, all right, 30, 31. I can only take 49. 32.
well, I don't weigh that much. Just kidding.
People like that.
You mind if I sit here?
Nope. Go ahead.
Oh, he's going to stop taking on people. He's hit capacity. I'm sorry? I just overheard what he said. I even got it on video. It'd be a shame if they oversold the last trip, wouldn't it? Oh well. Yeah, they'll probably get everybody on. Do that, or he's going to have to make another trip. Anyway, it's just a beautiful day on the Intercoastal Waterway, and that's the water taxi there.
You didn't read the instructions, but that's okay. We expect that. They have like 26 pairs of Crocs, different colors and sizes that you can wear up to the top. There are 174 steps to the top. If you are wearing a pacemaker, I'd only buy it. You'll find that the trip down is actually harder than the trip up. Believe it or not. You can tell me when you come back. So the last trip back, I'm going to go over it. We're going to take a baby cat out.
When I was a kid in 1963, my dad used to take me there to go fishing. I had the fishing fleet across there. And I haven't been back since 1963. I'm always on the highway going somewhere else. And I'm zipping right by here. But I worked at Palm Beach Airport a lot. But I really like my job. Always solving problems, you know. All that engineering stuff.
Right, keep your brain motivated.
Loved it. But, you know, I couldn't work forever. I know too many guys that died at the aircraft control center. You know, they come in in the morning and by noon they're gone.
Yeah, I think that's all it is. She's got a nursing degree and a law degree.
Because she was carrying the bucket before. She goes, I don't have to carry this now. I only have to carry the race.
No, she's done a lot of, she used to do a ship that,
One of my buddies was like, oh, he told me, oh, it's fantastic. I said, yeah, but the stress and the responsibility. And he came home from work, said, I'm tired, went up to the bedroom, wife on his dead, gone. And he was in his late 50s.
Get the start line.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people come and go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna, when I retire, I'm gonna go here and there and all that. But you're, you know. Yeah, but I'm gonna go to work on some of the already. I see you go.
Yeah. Well, this is my kind of fun. Getting out, talking to people, seeing places.
Well, that's what I find, because we travel a lot too, and everywhere you go.
There you are.
And all that, and everywhere you go, people are really basically the same.
Yep.
I have the same.
Well, when I traveled, I learned you always talk to the locals and be really friendly. Because if you need emergency services, they'll be the ones taking you there. Or if you need a good restaurant or
Bingo.
yeah, you find the best places
I found that
from the locals.
That's right, because
If they're friendly to them and they like you, they'll tell you.
yeah.
I'd love to get my boat up here. I got a little 20-foot boat. I just finished rebuilding it for the third time. But I shoot video on the North Harbor back class boats too. How to throw your money into a hole in the water. Hope you get some pleasure out of it.
Now you always get pleasure out of that.
This guy's having a problem.
There you go.
The new boats have like 5 inches on them and all joystick control. Reader and the GPS does everything for you, even with the wind.
Leave it tied up. Leave it tied up. Tie it up. Tie it up.
You gotta clean it.
Unless you push against it to bring in the back.
keep going.
Too late. I'm screwed. Tie it off. Pull me in.
really bad today.
Well, the current is pretty good.
Yeah. I have my own boat. It's tough sometimes.
We have a sailor here.
Yeah, she doesn't mind working either. I see her neck.
Yeah, thank you.
Get out of the way, tourist. I warmed it up for you.
Yeah.
It's going to be the worst video. All this excitement just to
Hillsboro.
stay hang around places like this, up and down the coast. Yeah. Get back in and try to negotiate. Or if all else fails, then the boat goes up. I just showed him that here. I haven't showed him. It's about the time you get a boat right, something breaks on it. They got a place down in well, out in Parker. They put your boat in. And another place on Elliott Beach, North Carolina. That's the one that's closest to where I live. Out there in Public Beach. Of course, you don't have to pay for parking.
Or they go ski.
You don't go. The parking garage, that took care of the life.
Yeah. I knew It's not in your map, because if you know me, that it's gonna tell.
3 months ago. But I knew
Go again. Yeah, that's 2 boats right there.
Coming up to the statue that's famous, the barefoot mailman, I believe. Maybe that's it. No, I don't know what it is. No, I don't know what it is. It's Hillsboro Lighthouse Preservation Society, 2004.
See all the places for sale?
Look on our side and you can see it.
I don't have an extra couple million.
Right, at least they're better for us.
Nationwide, there's 40,000 of that. So they're a false multiplier, 1 to 1. You can do everything they do, but you cannot do law enforcement. That's how it's done. You can arrest people. And information, you can do all the misconduct. This is one of our members.
Thank you.
The lighthouse is open once a month, so you can become a member. And you can come every month.
Otherwise it's closed.
It used to be open once a year. Then it was open twice a year. Then it was open once a quarter. The money that you pay for membership goes to help the Band-Aids on the lighthouse. So there's a piece of paper that you can get that there's a website, and you click on the tour, on the page, it's done by some on the computer, and it's like that. That's the part. But you can tell your cardiologist, you can do exercise for the month, your doctor, come down with you. They only have so much of this stuff that says you survived. You can show this to your cardiologist, you survived this thing. But you gotta go all the way up. We have people up, our colleagues in uniform are up there. So if you have any questions, all morning people came down and told us they saw sharks over there and other mammals. We have our iguanas.
Yeah, you told me you did.
This is the Hillsboro Beach Lighthouse. And I can't see the monitor, so I can't see what you're saying, but I've been here since 1963, when my parents brought me down here for vacation to take me fishing on the L&S. Now, I've been in Florida since 1968, but living in Homestead. But it's a beautiful place here. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is the garden spot of flowers right here.
Yeah, very nice.
Just ask November to go up because
Yeah, we're getting ready now.
One of the volunteers here said they're going to start painting this next month. And look at that line just to get back. And there's a line to go up in the lighthouse. And one of the agents was telling me they just started doing these monthly tours again. Used to be once a year. Then they did it like once every 90 days, and then now they're going it to once a month. Very popular. slowed down as soon as he saw a Marine patrol sitting there next to Cito. Oh, look at that guy. Oh man, he's cutting that short. Look out! He's hot dogging it till he sees the Marine Patrol. He's gonna slow down. The guy behind him needs to slow down too. Oh well. I'm trying to think if I'm brave enough to climb that lighthouse there. There's still a line there. Wow, watch that guy go out. He's really pounding. Had to get the red light to come on. I can barely see it.
Oh my gosh! This is not. How many stairs have we done?
176.
We are nothing. You're so hot. This is my birthday. Yeah. I'm pretty sure legs on.
On block and tackle, and they say it's 176 feet. Oh man, that is a long way down. Oh wow, that is a long. Whew, look at that. Whew. Quite a hike. Whew. Never thought I'd get to do this as a child.
Pretty enjoyable, huh?
Oh, I love it. Well, I like getting out and doing things and talking to people. A lot of fun. Ooh. Oh man, look at this coastline shot. Beautiful. Intercoastal and the beach in the same shot. And coastal's to the left. Good day for sailboats. Yeah, I ought to get a picture of this. This would be a nice painting of the lighthouse.
And you stand here and look back, hang on to your hats, you get a glimpse right where you're at.
Yeah.
Of the lighthouse.
Oh, you know, I saw that. I wanted to go up there.
Don't climb the ladder.
Well, I'll just do this.
Yeah, so that's the lens. It's 9 feet. There's 2 of them, one on each side. There was a, yep, it goes this way. There's a black, like 150 black on the side, and they reflect 28 miles out. So the temperature of the earth is 15 miles. Wow. So you can see it beyond 15 years. So it's pretty cool at night. These guys know that they're heading home. You know,
The inlet. We did the artificial reef when we straightened the inlet.
you did? Oh, all right. So what about this?
It's on your calendar. He went there by.
Yeah, he was there last year.
Oh, you were. And so after a hurricane like that, we got a permit allowing them to pump some of that sand over here. Which of course they wanted the sand.
Well, this came up and he moved them out further. I said, move them back and then you don't have to worry about them again.
But that's the statue of the barefoot
Mailman, yeah.
I heard
He
the
used to be
legend.
over here back by the tree. This
Oh,
way.
okay.
And they
Yeah.
turned them and put them out. I mean, why are you putting them further out? Oh, no, it's exactly where it was. I'm like, no, it's not. It's beyond. I have a picture of it. It was back here. Beyond by the spray. Yeah, well, he's always been on that thing. He's on the smaller footprint. Yeah. Well, this is
Great day for sailors. Gust to 55. That wave height's we didn't go there. They came down. Yeah, we just got like 8 or 10. I said we can hit, but we're gonna get it's funny. No. Shut up. So they're normally upset. Hello, YouTube fans. Hurry up and wait. Got down to where the boat boards, and they had hit capacity. So they had to leave like half the people that wanted to get on the boat. Had to leave them where they were. And I don't know what they're going to do. But the boat takes them offshore a little bit and out through the inlet and then back. So they're taking that group now. And who knows what else is going to happen. Oh. Really a pretty afternoon, beautiful afternoon at the lighthouse here. And we hit the capacity on the boat, so we had to wait for another boat. I think I said that already. Oh, I am repeating myself. Well, it's time to go. Always look back, make sure you didn't leave anything behind you.
Get on, find the ride. We'll find the ride.
Ready? Yep. Okay, we're on the boat. We're on the port. We're right off the rocks here at the inlet.
Yeah, I'm afraid if I line them all for now, but I'd rather have it here. That's the first, I think that word, I tried it on, but it's the first time. Why would I put it on? And the reason my mom got it, where this is, I've already signed. Right. That's a lot of money. I've got $500 before we put my house done. I'm like, I said, I don't care if there's a little thing back there. Just a little chip diamond and a baguette. What if you make my phone sign? I still watch this as one time. I had this side, it's like because it's too kind of
An hour and a half. Yeah. When we bought it, it said it was a 2-hour flight. We got here like 30 minutes early. That's pretty good. Yeah.
So it's now, what they said it was an hour and 34 minutes. Wheels up to wheels down.
Look at me.
Did she get me with a hose?
No, I'm showering tonight. How long was that flight to California? From here to California,
Hey, Paul! Jackie! Where's your costume? Jackie coming on? Jackie coming down here.
rusty hook.
I haven't seen the lighthouse since I was a kid. Going for the ocean. Got it. I go all the time now. I've never been but look at Cape Hatteras and I mean, it doesn't look that bad.
Save the beer.
Need help?
Yes, I need a lot of help. Thank you. Thank you. I'd hate to fall, especially there. Well, this was quite a day, man. We got Sands Harbor and boat rentals and fishing charters and diving. South Florida Diving Headquarters, and we got Sunset Catch on the other side. Just a beautiful day in South Florida. Beautiful day. Very nice, very nice. And whoa. Gotta watch out for the truck.
That'd be kind of cool if they were the only ones to catch a cobia.
Man, they're harvesting money here at the pay meter. The thing was broken earlier. I guess you can pay on the phone. Oh. My battery's dying on my mobile phone. Okay, here's North Miami Divers, 305-940-0927. 305-940-0927. NorthMiamiDivers.com. So they could probably tell me about diving in this area.